By the way, I apologize, talking about technology, for being a little late today. I was putting on Facebook that we were going to be on C-SPAN, so it's important. And to make our C-SPAN friends happy, my last question is, last year, C-SPAN aired a special series on the Supreme Court.
That's good.
All the justices agreed to be interviewed. The series enabled the public to hear directly from the justices about their work. What other steps have the justices taken, either individually or collectively, to help inform the public about the court's operations and its important role in our democracy and in our constitutional structure? And I must say that I'm a big fan, as I told you before, the whole situation with Sotomayor, of informing the public more and more and more of what the court is all about, because it's so important.
Yeah.
I think that on what you see, when we started this conversation about informing the public, think of the things we were talking about, making the briefs available.
Right.
They're all the briefs are now available.
A short time after, I remember.
That's right. It's a joint arrangement with the ABA, just right after their file. Now with a joint arrangement with C-SPAN, you saw that wonderful presentation where every member participated. And C-SPAN does a particularly good job because they don't have an angle other than to get it done right. And I think you're going to see that the website, the fact that we have control of it now, allows us to do more and more of this, to do things, for example, to work with our historical society, to work with other institutions, the ABA, and organizations like C-SPAN, to make the court accessible to people who can't get there. You know, we can talk about oral arguments. Oral arguments are a minuscule part of decision-making process, in my opinion. And it's also a minuscule part of what we do, what happens at the court. But there's so much more that's already there, and more that'll be accessible to the public on the website and in other ways. So you'll see more cooperation with, I think, organizations like C-SPAN and the American Bar Association.
I think that's such an that may be the only single thing we could do in response to your earlier question, and that is, why do people in this country not understand what it is we do? And although you, I'm sure, and I know that we do, and I've seen him give infinite number of speeches, Justice Thomas, to the Horatio Alger Society, to any group that comes into the court. We're talking to high schools. We're talking to grammar schools when they come in. Yesterday I was at Duke talking to some law schools, and C-SPAN is such a help in this beyond belief, because they will put these things on. I grant you sometimes it's for insomniacs, but nonetheless, it is very helpful. I mention it because...
Remember that when it's midnight in New York, it's 9 in California?
Right. But Justice O'Connor has been devoting her retirement years to this, as is Justice Souter. And what this is trying to get teaching of civics restored to the high schools, and trying to get, say, you or others in the government to explain to children through a lesson plan, what it is you do so that they take it in an organized way. She has a website. The Annenberg Foundation's been supporting it. There are other foundations, Carnegie, that supports it, and I believe in it completely, and I'm sure you do too. And that I think we love spending time doing that.